Alright, the Q&A of this month. I posted a video last week in which you can all ask questions, and you did. You can see them over here. And also my patrons could also ask questions. So, let's get started. And first take the questions from our patrons. So there's only one guy that commented, it's Zachary King. How about going deeper on different types of EQs, inductive, etc. Maybe work in a bit on headroom as well. Don't think you've done that yet. I hope no. I haven't done that yet, Zachary, so no problem. With all the crazy plugins new people get hit with, I kinda feel like there can't be enough out there on just how powerful an EQ is. And I completely agree with you, Zachary. The EQ is the most powerful thing there is in audio engineering. And all EQs are so different from each other. If I look at the EQs in my new console over there, or the different EQs I have in the Neumann, I really pick a specific EQ for a specific sound. So yeah, I will go a bit more in depth about the basics behind an EQ. So let's move on to the questions I got at YouTube. Do you have any tips on buying your first recording console? I have a budget of $1,000, so I won't be getting anything fancy. I've been looking at some cheap broadcasting consoles, but they really lack a lot of the tools that I would need. Also, you said in a video that you come up with your own designs for EQs. Do you have any tips for making your own hardware? Good question! A broadcasting console is a really dependable and reliable console, so it could be a good one to buy. It's up to you to see if it's got the tools to use. The Neumann is a broadcasting console, but it's made to broadcast music, so it does have subgroups and inserts and all that good stuff. Also, learn how to use a soldering iron. That's the first thing you need to do. Buy yourself a desoldering iron, so you can also detach things from PCBs. It's really necessary if you're buying an old console in that price range, because you need to revision everything. You need to replace all electrolytic capacitors, start with that, and also the Rudensteiner capacitors I would advise you to replace. So I don't know, a brand or something you should pick, because there are so many brands out there, and it's just, you know, you have to see what will come up on the market. Next question. What is your opinion on Deadmau5 Studio? Is it too much? Is it near perfection? Are there too many modules? Linus Tech Tips made a video on how Deadmau5 Studio and the interior of his house looks like. If you need reference, I've seen that video. I'm a big Linus Tech Tips fan, by the way. Thanks for your informative content and have a nice week. Thank you a lot. Nagro 2. Well, it's actually 3 questions. First of all, what's your opinion about Deadmau5 Studio? It's amazing. Is it too much? I think a man can never have too much gear. Is it near perfection? I have to visit it and listen to the sound and feel the vibe in there first before I can really say if it's near perfection. But knowing what type of guy Joel is, I'm pretty sure that there hasn't been any compromises made while building the studio. So I think it's a great studio. I want to experience it by myself one day. So maybe Joel, if you're watching, I want to visit you. Nuri has asked, when do you use compression? I use compression when content is too dynamic. Beats Besteln asked, how to compensate those little delay times in drum recordings induced by having different mic distances. There isn't really a how-to, because it's physically impossible. I've explained that in my time alignment video. And it's just a matter of having the right setup during recording. So spend a bit more time during the recording with setting up all the mics so they color nice together, because it's a color, that those phase cancellations will color the sound. Because afterwards you cannot move the tracks anymore, because you will only make the problems bigger or worse, or it's physically impossible. Have you ever had any problems with your hearing or noticed some differences between left and right ears? Do you check your ears? I only had problems once, and that was after I went to a festival and forgot to bring my earplugs. I've got specialized earplugs so that when I go to a loud environment, for instance festivals or other things, that I can protect my ears. And ear protection is something you shouldn't save on. It's the most important thing. If your ear got damaged, you will never get it back. So after that festival I had a loud buzzing beep in my ears, and it took almost 3 days until it was back to normal again. So I couldn't mix for 3 days, and that was really horrible. But I'm fully recovered from it. I will get my ears checked whenever I think there's something wrong. I don't have a regular schedule or something. I just have them checked when I think it's necessary. Yeah, after the festival I also got my ears checked and there was nothing wrong with them, so that's cool. I have to say, and it's not to brag, but the interesting thing is that I'm able to hear -5 decibels at 16 kilohertz with my right ear, which is this one, which is the other way around for camera, I think. -5 means that it's 5 decibels lower than a human ear could theoretically hear. So that's pretty cool, I think. Do I have noticed differences between my left and my right ear? I have noticed it, but it doesn't bother me. It's a really small difference, I think, and I think I'm so used to it, and I think every human will be used to how their own ears sound, that you won't notice at all that there's a small difference. I think your brain will compensate for that also. About my hearing and also about the hearing of everybody else everywhere, I really hope that we all can keep our hearing and that we will never lose our hearing, because you know, I would rather go blind than go deaf. I don't know if I want to live anymore if I can't hear music anymore. So I hope the same goes for you guys. That being said, I got a new email. I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, please let me know in the comments below or by giving me a thumbs up. Also support considering me on Patreon over here and checking my other videos over here. For now, I want to thank you a lot for watching and bye bye. That's really fast talking, right? I'm getting better at it. Bye. Peace. Peace. Which is the correct peace sign? This one or this one?